All right, good morning, welcome to Tyler County Commissioners Court. It's Monday, May 12, 2025. It's a little after 10 a.m. Madam Clerk, was everything posted accordingly?
Yes, sir.
All right, we do have a quorum here today with us today. We would like to acknowledge all of our guests here. Thank you for being a part of Tyler County Commissioners Court. Ever Commissioners Court, we start with the Pledge of Allegiance prayer, and Commissioner Blacksher will be leading us today in that.
Salute the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let's pray. Heavenly Father, we come before you today with thankful hearts, Lord. We're thankful that you, most of all, that you love us and you care for our needs daily. And we don't deserve anything but wrath, and you choose to bless us and take care of us, Lord. And we just thank you for that. We thank you for this county. We pray, Lord, that you would just guide our minds and help us to do what's right for our citizens. Help us to vote in a way that's honoring first to you, and help us to walk in a way accordingly to honor you in everything that we do. Lord, be with us. Be with all law enforcement, firefighters, medical professions. Lord, I pray that you would continue to bless them, keep them, and protect them. And our military, Lord, I pray that you be with them and protect them as they're deployed away from their families, and just give them strength and peace that surpasses all understanding. We love you and praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. All right, we do have some public comments this morning. We'll start with Mr. Michael Silverstein. Is that it? All right. You can just go ahead, and if you have a timer, you have a timer, just go. Do 5 minutes, please.
Thank you. Hello, my name is Michael Silverstein. I'm here today to talk to you guys about mine and others' experiences with TxDOT, their contractors, and the upcoming 69 project. My wife and I used to own nearly 11 acres of land in the south end of Warren. In April 2023, we were forced to sell 3 of our acres to TxDOT for the current portion of the Highway 69 project in Tyler County. This divided our property into two. At the beginning, there were several TxDOT contractors that worked around our property and down the project area. Most were nice, and we had a great working relationship and friendships, with some lasting to this day. Then came the contractor named Police. Mind you, it's Italian for flea, as in bug. As their namesake, they have been a pest and a nuisance to our community. I personally have had them trespass on our property, including damaging our property nearly every time the local sheriff has been called to no help. I have been assaulted while on the phone with 911 and on my own property to have dispatchers hang up. And still the sheriff refused to uphold the law and trespass the police workers. That's police, not police. I have even been placing handcuffs on my property and put in back of the sheriff's car with no AC. The reason, stated by the sheriff officer, TxDOT contractors have the right to your land and you do not. This said by the officer that put me in handcuffs. Once the supervisor showed that I had to call my phone right before being put in handcuffs, was released 45 minutes later. This violated my First, Second, Fourth, and Fifth Amendment rights. But not before the lies had did damage to my name and gave police workers the gall to do whatever they wanted, as they had the support from our sheriff to never be held accountable for even a trespass. or arrest for assault with video evidence. Then in July of last year, over the long weekend, they used my yard as a parking lot for their equipment. I tried multiple times to get in contact with them to remove it. Finally, after several days of it being there, I gave them a 5 p.m. deadline to call me or it was going to be towed. They never called, but I received a text at 5:30 telling me they would move it Monday, a few days later. At that point, the tow company had already arrived and hooked up. I let them know. I was called with some names and then told never to contact them about anything again. They have consistently trespassed nearly every month, destroying property markers, trees, posts, and filling up the creek at the end of my property with runoff from their earthwork projects. TxDOT just does nothing to stop it. They pretend to, but they don't. Police even lied to my boss, saying that I pulled a gun on them, which the officer refuted even ever happening, but that did not help. I lost my job anyways, because I worked at the post office. Police had even tried getting me swatted for shooting on my own property, which was verified, safe, and manner, and legal. But TxDOT now wants me to contact them every time I do anything on my property, including mowing or putting up a fence, so that they can warn their contractors. I have seen them do this to not only myself, but my neighbors also. They have completely blocked access to 1555 CR for a week, where not even emergency services could get in. I have seen them destroy access to nearly every home along this project. I have heard and passed on frustrations from our neighbors to TxDOT, only for TxDOT to blow them off. I know of neighbors that have lost income because they cannot leave their own property as they have no access. With no end in sight, but you know who has not had their driveways impacted? The businesses.
Are you almost wrapped up?
Yes, sir. The businesses and the driveways, they do not block these because they have the ability to hire lawyers. This is the further frustration that the 69 project is going to be when it comes into Woodville, that they're going to continually do this and cause great impact and continual construction along its borders for the foreseeable future.
Thank you. All right. This is Marcy Silverstein.
Hi. My name is Marcy Silverstein. I'm Michael's wife. I've been through his experiences, some personally and some that have just affected me, and how I feel about the safety and financial security of my family. But I'm not here to look at the past because we can't change that. We, the people of Tyler County, deserve to be treated with dignity and respect by our government and all of their contractors. TxDOT and its contractors have shown us, and many others in our community that we have spoken with, that we as residents do not matter to them, and they, with the help of the sheriff department's apathy for the situation, believe they are above the law. And this is proven by how the contractors treat residents daily as lower class citizens, as my husband has explained, and even trying to push residents out of line at the barbecue pit in Warren. To our understanding, this highway project is for the safe evacuation of Southeast Texas in case of a hurricane. While I understand the importance of this need, is the daily needs of our community less important than the rare evacuation need? To my understanding, the last major evacuation to this area was Hurricane Rita in 2005. While I do not belittle these storms and their deadly effects, we have to live here every single day. The current route that TxDOT has released this year cuts almost every single community it touches in half. In Warren, which is my community, the main community resources will be cut off from our schools, and the current, well, for some of us, even after construction is completed, not to mention during construction. Back roads that can now be used are muddy and rutted, and even on light rain days are barely passable. Most of the route stays near the current Highway 69, but cuts through commercial and residential properties, making a mess of each community. Even Woodville, who advocated for keeping this road closer to town, will not benefit as intended, as there are only 3 exits to town, but those cut through the areas of homes. The main exit inside of Woodville is right here in front of this building for 190. This area is already highly trafficked, making parking and walking difficult for residents to access downtown, which in turn is making shops go out of business. My fear is that 190 will need to be expanded next. Where will it go? Will it take out this building? Or will the shops and build businesses across the street? High traffic doesn't help the economy. Easy access and parking for residents can help bring downtown back to life. I've been advocating since the future routes were opened on to community comments in October of 2023. The west route that cuts around all the cities, leaving current Highway 69 to be a community access road and business route, and through traffic that has no intent to stop at businesses to go about 5 minutes west of Woodville. This gives room for Woodville to grow, access to properties for even double the business growth, and the ability for Woodville to grow and have more business opportunities for economic growth, like malls, truck stops, even a community center to come to this community while maintaining our small town vibe in each of the communities in Cuyahoga County and opening up opportunities for community events downtown without fear of major through traffic causing disruption. With this route, Ivanhoe is given a access from the back, which is much needed for the safety when the dams are flooded. It lets Warren stay how it is with a highway going around instead of through. It does not cut through Doucette or Colnesville as well. I'm not sure why the west route wasn't chosen, but by Woodville advocates or by TxDOT, when I believe it is the healthiest route for the county as laid out. However, the one thing I do know is the current route that TxDOT has put up as the future route has not followed TxDOT rules. The community comment section had 5 route options, and not a single one of them was the current chosen route. To my understanding, if changes this drastic have been made, a new community comment time is by law required, but this did not happen. I called Commissioner Hudson this week to tell my family's experience and to advocate for the higher ups to advocate for this county. He asked me to come and tell you our experience for all of you to hear from our mouths. I only had 5 minutes, so I had my mental hard hits. The future construction through Tyler County is going to be years of struggle for this community, the residents, and in the end, a much more painful and noisy situation for each community, all on the basis of that every 10 years we may need an evacuation route. We, the community, need you to advocate for the safety of our community, including Woodville. This highway will not only drive through each community, it will be ripped apart, discarded like many of the residents already have been by the current process. We are not advocating for us, we're advocating for each person who can't or won't stand in front of you and the community and in the community and ask for help. If this is happening to us when we are begging to be left alone, imagine what has happened to those who feel like they are not allowed to have a voice because it's TxDOT, like the sheriff tried to say to us. We are open to any questions or further information requests. If you would like to join us on our property and see what has been done and what the future looks like according to TxDOT's maps, we welcome each and every one of you. We are all human, and because of this, we are all fallible. This is why we must hold each other residents, business owners, government officials, government departments, and government contractors to the same standards. No one is above the law, and we all make mistakes. Don't let the county be ripped apart due to your mistake of not holding the higher ups accountable to your constituents.
Thank you.
Ms. Tara Rose Sanchez.
Hi, how are you? I'm going to start off with just an example of a case that's now pending right now in our system. In a lawsuit against TxDOT, pretty sure most of y'all know about this, on the I-10 expansion in Winnie, a rancher by the name of Devalier, went before the Supreme Court last month and unanimously it was voted that he is going to be allowed to sue for the property damage caused by flooding, which is very similar to what we're here today about. If somebody, it takes somebody like Devalier, who's a rancher who lost 60 head of cattle and 7 horses and multiple other livestock, as well as the significant damage onto his property, to be able to come forward, as Justice Kagan said, his constitutional rights were violated every single day. His Fifth Amendment rights were violated every single day. And I wanted to start with that because it shows a precedent that we're about to see a change where people are tired. They're tired of working their whole lives. They're tired of working land. They're tired of working for everything they got to just have it all be washed away, literally. We have children, we have legacies, we have communities that depend on us, and working your whole life and being left with nothing at all. And it's not about materialistic things. For me personally, I own 2 houses, and I've been working since I was 15 years old. I'll be 48 in October. I've bought one, and I'm now currently buying 2 more. One of them is being occupied by my elderly in-laws with no cost to them because they're on a fixed income. So the damage that's been done to both of my properties that are literally on the same land and adjacent to each other with a fence dividing is significant, not just for me, but for them. They're elderly, they're on a fixed income. I have a neighbor that sits in front of them. She's on hospice, and she's taken care of by her daughter and our son-in-law, who are both on a fixed income. So I want y'all to keep in mind that we're getting into a new era where people are tired of having their rights violated and tired of people not stepping up, elected officials that we respect and trust to come forward on our behalf for the little people that don't have the money, like these Mega Million Dollar ranchers, that don't have the legal means to hire somebody to do the talking for them, and they have no voice. So Kagan said, do you agree with this? Do you agree with this? Do you agree, Mr. McNamara, which is the lawyer, that if a state takes person's property and doesn't give compensation, that state is violating the Constitution every day? Do you agree with that, or do you not? So I want to give you some personal examples. I stand before you today not just as a victim of infrastructure destruction, but as a citizen devastated to the brink of financial and personal devastation. 2 interviews with KFDM with Trey Sanchez in the last year and 2 months, multiple communications with Texas DOT Police and East Texas, email correspondences with Commissioner Blacksher on my behalf by my sister, who I thank immensely, reaching out to Brian Babin, lawsuit with Texas DOT and the rancher, as an example, unanimously voted, like we spoke about earlier, or I spoke to you about. But some of the bullets: financial collapse, the human cost of institutional failure, desperate struggle for survival. The highway expansion project has reduced me to seeking emergency financial assistance, visiting local food pantries all the way in Beaumont to feed my children, facing complete financial breakdown, increased stress that has led to exacerbation of medical issues like my diabetes. I'm losing weight by May. A1C is going into 8.0. Some of y'all do and don't know what that means, but that is increased neuropathy for me, neuralgia, loss of sleep, insomnia, and I am a night nurse. My job is to go and care for people that can't care for themselves. On Trade Invent, I'm to feed them by G-Button. I'm to stay awake and do my job and stay within my scope of practice and not do harm, which is my oath, to my patient. All while getting 2 or 4 hours at most sleep every 2 to 3 days because of not only the noise, but the damage and the stress it's cost me. I've been put under house arrest for a crime I didn't commit. I'm literally imprisoned in my home because of the flooding and the damage done to my driveway almost on a daily basis. My husband can't find work. He's also a landscaper. Most of y'all probably met him at one time or another. He's done a lot of work in the area. He's not able to even work on our yard. It's completely destroyed. So, as well as seeking emergency financial assistance for all these things, I've had loss of income due to not being able to leave my yard. Due to flooding and dirt and mud saturation, my car's sinking completely in. My children not being able to access the bus stop because they can't even get to the highway, missing school, missing their education and their opportunity to be a successful member of society, and not have to beg and plead and do criminal acts that lead young children today with loss of hope, which is a major nursing diagnosis, not feeling like there's any other way but to take something because you can't earn it the right way, morally. We see children all over the place doing that. Okay, so I also have the
Could you
systematic.
wrap it up for us? You've already went over a little bit. Wrap it up.
Okay, systematic erosion of economic stability. I have the documented communications. We have the exhaustive attempts to seek help, financial assistance requests, personal damage, and to everything. But main impact financially that I'm facing directly today is a $588 water bill from $43,000 gallon water line break due to East Tex putting a meter lower than ground level and breaking the water line. $90 in materials for that water line replacement. $140 for damage assessment. Potential right now, $3,000 and more for a sprinkler system repair and system upgrade or whatever to my aerobic system due to retaliation, I believe. 3 days after they broke my water line, TECQ showed up at my front door with I have been reported.
Ms. Sanchez, we give you plenty of time. Wrap it up right here.
Okay, well, I was reported, and so I was cited. And I gave 90 days to fix that, to June 19th.
And I'll be glad to talk with you afterwards, okay?
But, so that's my conclusion to it, that there's multiple things that have happened, as well as this man losing his job and other people being flooded and veterans been flooded, because police built up their property higher than his. He's in a bowl. They told him, you're in a bowl. Businesses, fires.
Thank you, Ms. Sanchez. All right. Ms. Colleen Vera?
Good morning, my name is Colleen Bear, I live in precinct 1. I was here last month, and a month before that, I had emailed my county commissioner about the same issue. My problem is all the stray and abandoned dogs that we have in Tiger County, and we have no services in the county to help people that happen to find them or have them dumped on their property. So I'm here again to ask that y'all include an agenda item, a discussion agenda item on next month's agenda, where we can have a public discussion on the issue and start working towards a solution. Because until we talk about it, we can never solve it. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. We will move on to our tabled items from previous meeting.
Make a motion to keep it tabled.
There's a motion to keep it tabled.
Second.
For a second, all in favor say aye. Any opposed, same. All right, and we'll go down to our minutes from previous meeting. Do we have no minutes? All right. No minutes. We'll move to our monthly reports. Our probation report, our clerk report, county and district, our extension report, auditor's report, justice of the peace report, nutrition report. Need a motion to accept these reports.
So moved.
There's a motion.
Second.
Second, all in favor say aye. Any opposed, same. All right, we will move on to our proclamations declaring May 12th through the 16th, 2025 as National Hospital Week in Tyler County.
Motion to approve.
There's a motion to approve. There's a second. All right, it says, whereas the American Hospital Association has proclaimed May 12th through the 18th, 2025 as the National Hospital Week with the theme is We Are Healthcare, Caring for Patients, Strengthening Communities, and whereas individuals all across the country will be celebrating this time-honored event. And whereas the hardworking people that compose our hospital deserve universal regard and appreciation for keeping our community healthy, therefore, be it known that on this 12th day of May 2025, I, Tyler County Judge Milton Powers, the Tyler County Commissioners Court, do hereby declare May 12th through the 18th, 2025 to be Hospital Week in Tyler County and urge the residents to express their appreciation for the people, the facilities, and the technologies at Tyler County Hospital, who are responsible for providing outstanding healthcare services in our community. And that is adopted today on, May 12th, 2025.
Motion to approve.
There's a motion, I think we had a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed, say. All right, and before we get y'all up for a picture, and I'm gonna get y'all up for a picture in a second. I'm also gonna read our next, recognition of the 75th anniversary of the Tyler County Hospital. I wanna say for myself and the Commissioners Court, the Tyler County Hospital means so much to each and every one of us. I know myself and Mike, we sit on the board and, we know how hard our hospital fights for the community and the residents here in this county, and we're truly blessed for that. This is our recognition for appreciation to our Tyler County Hospital. Whereas the Tyler County Commissioners Court recognizes with great pride and gratitude the 75th anniversary of our beloved Tyler County Hospital District. Their journey thus far has been one of triumph, of resilience, faith, and community. This milestone gives us the opportunity to look back on their achievement and look forward to the future. We would like to honor and celebrate this significant occasion. Whereas the Tyler County Commissioners Court wish to extend our sincere appreciation for the work and support to our community. Tyler County Hospital District has proven to be valuable to the community. Now therefore, be it resolved that the Tyler County Commissioners Court recognize and appreciate the dedication and service of those in the past, present, and future employees, all members and community, and further that this recognition and appreciation be duly recorded in the minutes of the Tyler County Commissioners Court monthly meetings on this May 12th, 2025. And if y'all would, we'd like to have y'all come up here. And Ms. Sandra, would you like to say something? But before I do that, I'm sorry, we also have one other. And would you like to say anything, Sarah?
This is on behalf of Congressman Bowden in special congressional recognition of your 75th anniversary. Thank you for all you graciously do to serve and support our community. You make DPS Texas a better place to call home.
I need a motion for the recognition. There's a motion. Second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed, say. You wanna come up here? Come on. Hey, how are you?
I'm three. 1, 2, 3. One more. 3.
Thank y'all.
Ms. Sandra, would you like to say?
I do. Y'all know what you're saying now.
Hope so.
Thank you.
All right, Ms. Sandra.
I think 75 years of healthcare in a county of our size is pretty amazing. We are just the product of what came before us and a tradition that we've carried on. Rural hospitals fall by the wayside every week, as we all know, and we all cringe every time we read it in the paper that another rural hospital has closed its doors. I appreciate the county, the citizens, the court, and because without the community, the hospital could not move forward, could not be a success, and I appreciate that very much. Christina has an announcement for an event that we're gonna have on Friday. We really want y'all to come out and celebrate with us. 75 years of healthcare in a county is something to be celebrated. And, it's hard, and the market is hard, but we're here, we're still here, thanks to the people like you and our community.
Good morning, Commissioners Court. I'm gonna hand these out so you guys can have them, but this Friday on the front lawn, my favorite place at the hospital, we're gonna do hot dogs, cupcakes. I'm gonna have Sandra cut a cake in celebration of our 75 years. And I would love it if you guys could come out, celebrate with us. Please, it's gonna be great. Just good old fun.
Yes.
Out on the front lawn.
What time, Christine?
I'm so sorry, 11 to 2. I even made sure to look at it, so I wouldn't forget, and of course I did. I've been trying to post it on Facebook, so share it for me, please. I'd love to see you there. I want to take pictures, post you guys on Facebook as well. You know the drill. Thank you. And we can send that picture so I can post that picture. Okay, perfect.
All right, I would like to say something before y'all leave. I want to give recognition to the Tyler County Hospital. I know for me, it was a dear place. It saved my mother's life. I know it saved several other people's families' lives, and how much the hospital means to us. I want to give I can't give names or anything, but I was in the hospital with my dad the other day, and as I sat in the room next door, they saved a young man's life that was right there beside us. So our hospital does mean, he come in there he was totally unresponsive, had almost no pulse, and so our hospital does mean something. It brought that young man back to life and gave him life. So I just want to give a big round of applause for all of our people.
If I may, I'd like to add a little history to this place. My mother worked there. My dad that worked there. When my mother went to work there, she was required to do a physical. If it had not been for that physical, I would have lost my mother to cervical cancer. So that place is a very special place. We may not all agree, we may know nothing about it, but I'm very thankful for that place.
Thank you very much. And I thank each and every one of you for all your hard work and dedication. We know that there are other places that you could go and work, but you choose to stay here in our community and work with our people right here in the community. And for that, we thank you very much. All right, anyone else? All right. We will move forward. Thank y'all very much.
Yes, I was, my husband and I were 12 years apart. I was born and he was born by the same time. I was born. And they was born. Both of my children were born.
Maureen, that mom.
You born. Yeah, he's good.
I was born there, Dr.
Yeah,
Gilchrist,
yeah, I was Dr.
Doc Gilchrist lived upstairs. I'm Dr. Warren.
good old Dr.
All right.
Gilchrist.
I'm Dr. Warren.
We will move on to 5A, our budget amendment. We do have some budget amendments, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, need a motion to accept these budget amendments.
So moved.
There's a motion.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say. All right, need a motion to pay the county bills.
So moved.
There's a motion. Second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say. All right, need a motion to accept the Tyler County Treasurer's Report.
You don't have it.
You don't have it?
You don't have it.
Oh, I don't have it.
I had it, but I would have asked for no action just for review
Okay.
next month.
All right.
Anything else?
Need a motion to table the Tyler County Treasurer's Report.
So moved.
There's a motion, second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say. All right. Item number D, the acceptance of monthly donation for Riley Funeral Home for senior activities at the Tyler County Nutrition Center.
We'll go ahead and do no action on this. I haven't.
Oh, you haven't seen anything? All right, there be no action. All right, item number E, TAC ATBP interim Cobra. And this is an administrative agreement that we agree and bring in with TAC. Need a motion? There's a motion? There's a second? All right, all in favor say aye. Any opposed, say. All right, item F is request to pay meals for Government Day out of contingency for miscellaneous. I need a motion?
So moved.
Second? All right, before I talk about that, that was our Tyler County Government Day, and we took all the kids down and taught them about government and different things, and we fed them at the nutrition center. So all the money will be going right back into the nutrition center as well. So we have a motion and second. All in favor say aye. Any opposed, say.
I think the kids get a lot of good out of it.
They do, they do.
Just if I could.
Yes.
I wanted to tell y'all, thank you for doing that.
Yes.
There are other counties throughout the state who would like to mimic what we do. And so I think that's a good deal that anytime we let them look and see if we're doing good for our kids, and we'll try that in our county, it's always a better. So thank you for that.
I think it's good that kids learn too, that there are places that, you know, some of them may not go to college, some of them may not go to trade school, and they may want to start right here in the county and go to work. We'd like to let them know that there are jobs available right here in the county that they can go to work when they graduate high school. So, you know, we're definitely thankful for being able to show them what we do as their representatives here in the county.
And they came probably on the most, the longest agenda
The
that
longest
we've
agenda
had.
of the year.
Probably the most, mundane.
Yes. All right, well, item number G, cancellation of Forte payment services used by the tax office. Need a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Melissa, where you at? Explain that to me.
We have, right now, our online services and our credit card payments are through Forte. And, we want to switch and go with what the rest of the county uses, which is,
Okay,
certified payments.
all right. We have a motion and second. All in favor say aye. Any opposed, say. All right, item H, certified payments for payment services, for the tax office.
Motion to approve.
There's a motion approved. Second.
Second.
All in favor say aye. Any opposed, say. All right, item I, lease renewal of office space for Congressman Brian Babbitt.
Motion to approve.
There's a motion.
Second.
Second. All in favor say aye. Any opposed, say. Item number J, ratify services agreement for statewide automated victim, notice service, and that's Savins. And this is an agreement that we have, and it's part of our grant that we get from Savins.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve, second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say. All right, memorandum of understanding, our MOU between Tyler County Precinct 4 and ESD number 2 is Burger.
I'd like to put that in the form of a motion.
There's a motion
Second.
I think we need to, that needs to be taken.
that those, okay.
So they did it.
They're different now. You can't use, certain things you can use the MOU, other things you have to have a contract. I tried that with Chester back when I first started, and I couldn't use the MOU.
That to be a contract.
Well,
Well, there's,
Lucas said that, we probably need to table it till he can look at it.
Okay.
Okay, well, that'll take care of L and M too.
All right. So items number K, L, well, let's go ahead. Item number K, need a motion to table it.
So moved.
There's a motion to table. Second, all in favor say aye. Any opposed, say. All right, item number L, need a motion to table it.
Motion to table.
There's a motion to table, second.
He said.
All right, all in favor say aye. Any opposed, say. And number M,
Motion to table.
we have a motion to table, second, all in favor say aye. Any else against as well. All right. Item number N is the big paper right here we have for our budget report. This is our annual budget report from the auditor's office.
This is a report that's required every year.
Yes. If you want to review it in a few minutes, if you.
Do we have a timeline on getting it done by?
Accepted, do we have there a timeline that needs to be accepted by? I mean, if we table it, we can have time to look at it.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right,
Make a motion to table.
table it, all right, we make a motion to table the auditor's report until we can look over it. There's, need a second, all in favor say aye. Any opposed, say. Item O, discuss, consider, and take possible action to approve resolution designating the authorized signatures for contractual and financial documents pertaining to the GLO Community Development Block Grant. And that's, contract number 22-130-082 F136. All right, need a motion?
I'll make a motion that we approve for the judge to make any signatures necessary.
Okay, there's a motion. Second. I thought he was here.
Isn't Jackie on there also?
Probably
Leanne?
Yeah, Jackie's does need to be on there because of the financial.
And I think Leanne's on there as well.
Yeah.
So probably need a.
Yourself, Jackie.
Jackie and the treasurer, the auditor's office, the treasurer's office, and myself.
For the signature.
Okay,
So we're amending the motion?
yes. Well, so someone,
All three.
Yeah, that was the three that I saw on there.
so you want to amend it?
I'll make a motion to amend to have the judge, auditor, and the treasurer.
Okay.
I'll second the amendment.
There's a motion to amend to have the judges, the auditor's office and the treasurer's office be able to sign contracts on this. And then we have a second, all in favor say aye. Any opposed say.
So we need
All
to
right.
take a vote on the original motion now.
Huh?
So we have to take a vote on the original motion.
Okay. We'll vote on the motion to discuss, consider, take possibility action to approve the resolution designating authority signatures of the county judge, the auditor, and the treasurer for contractual and financial documents pertaining to the GLO Community Development Block Grant.
I put that in form.
There's a motion. Second, all in favor say aye. Any opposed say. All right. Item P, renewal agreement with Gabriel Roder Smith and Company, TRS, for the OPED services. Need a motion?
So moved.
Motion, second.
What is this?
I think it's for the Gatsby 75.
Yes.
I think we did it last year.
This is Gatsby 75.
At this time, part of their auditing,
Their auditing services.
makes life a lot easier for Ms. Jackie now.
Yeah. It's the auditing services that goes through and does all our auditing stuff. All right. We need, we got a motion second, all in favor say aye. Any opposed, say. All right. Comments by court members pertaining to matters of county government. Anyone? Yes, ma'am.
I've got an update on my records. I've not called I've not called that gentleman. I just need to clarify, what does he do? What is his?
He's pretty much the historical restoration guy.
Okay, all right, I just didn't want to misrepresent, I didn't know what he did, but anyway, I talked to Co-File, and they gave me a final number on what the
preservation of the books was, and we came in under budget by $5,000. My question that they are asking me, and I don't know if I need to ask y'all or just let you know what's going on, is we still are doing the pre-preservations on the shucks, which is the paper cases that we have to keep. I would like to send that $5,000 and put it over onto that one, because we're gonna owe some money at the end of that job. I'm sure, I'm not sure how much, but I know at the end of that job, we're gonna have to give them some more money. But it was, when y'all approved it, that was there, that amount that is left. And, so that job's fixing to wind up. I'm fixing to be done with it. The, iVerticals has gone to a web jury. So the jury that we have had in Tyler County for, I have no idea how long it's been. It's been here as long as I've been here. And I think Melissa might have implemented it. But anyway, it has changed. And so I wanted the county and the JP's offices to know that I will be getting with them, because it's not anything like we're used to. And so I wanted y'all to be aware that that has changed, it is changing. And I'm currently working on it, trying to get it figured out and see what I need to do with the other county and the JP's offices. But I wanted y'all aware of it. So, you know, that's what's going on in this perfect world, so.
All right.
Judge, I
Yes, ma'am.
did a thing about our benefit fair that's happening Thursday,
Okay.
and we're gonna use that as a safety meeting, which will help us with our county risk management stuff. So if you're gentlemen that work for you, could,
All right. Do you have,
And like what we did out here last year.
Yes, sir. The start of it, or the pretense behind it, is that we take a mid-year review of benefits so that our employees will be prepared for open enrollment in September. And everybody will be aware of what they currently have. If they want to make any changes, they have to 6 months to figure that out. And if we need to change anything on their W-4s or their withholdings, that kind of thing. This would be, we have that come in and bring the county information as well as benefit information. It'll be a very large event this year. We'll have a food truck available, and just things throughout the county that offer benefits to our people, and as well as our current vendors that we use.
okay. Do we have that posted that way
We're going to.
okay, all right. We'll get that posted. That's our Tyler County benefit fair from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. this Thursday.
This Thursday. But it is a workshop. It is a
Safety meeting, okay.
Safety meeting.
So is the food, they have to buy their
There's
food?
buy their own food. But it's Dax Mobile Grill, so.
Because if we're done with that discussion, I'd like to answer some of the public comments. That's all right. You know, we have to sit here and listen to all that, and really with TxDOT, there's not a lot we can do. I mean, I've gotten them and Buck has too. We've gotten them in contact with the TxDOT representatives, and I have emails where they said, hey, they're going to send people out to work with you. That's all that we can do. But I have checked into the lady that came and spoke about the dogs. I mean, Hardin County, they don't even have leash laws. Jasper County, these surrounding counties, I don't know about Polk County, but I don't think people realize how expensive it is to get a program like that started. You're talking about $2.5 million.
Yeah. Me and Joe had
I
both
mean,
kind of,
it's not cheap.
On
You gotta have a vet, you gotta have a place to place the dogs. It's
you're
not
looking
cheap.
at a 500 to 600,000 yearly budget.
Yeah.
Just for that.
Yeah, that's to
That's not-
maintain,
That's after you spend the 2.5 million
to
to
start.
get it started. So
And that's
it's-
that's a conservative, I mean, it could be more than 2.5. But, I don't want people to think we're just sitting here idly, it's just, costs money. You know,
Very.
and most places have nonprofits that do that. So I don't know what the answer is, but I know that we're not just sitting here idly, you know.
We are steadily researching. I'm researching for grants, looking for things for grants. It's not like we're not doing anything. It's just, we can't throw it up for an agenda item until I know that there's something that we can move forward on.
And we really couldn't do anything to a budget workshop anyway.
No.
So how do you address them? I mean, they don't think that we're sitting here not doing nothing.
That's why I wanted to speak up and say, you know,
Today,
but I mean, I don't mind if we have a workshop, but I'm nowhere near researched enough to, you know.
Right.
I mean, there's a lot to it. It involves the sheriff's office. I mean, there's a lot more there than people see when the county gets involved.
You got to have find a piece of land where you gonna put it,
Yeah.
who's gonna maintain it.
Who's gonna maintain?
You gotta have personnel, you know, it's just, there's so much.
It's like Commissioner Marshall said, you're gonna have to hire a vet.
Yeah.
And.
You have to have a vet on
You have to
staff.
have a vet. And that's gonna be part of it.
But anyways, I didn't want everybody to think we're just sitting here idly, not wanting to call. I'm not gonna call or put an agenda item on there, you know, for something that we don't even know the answer to yet. So as far as calling a workshop, I'm good with doing that.
And that is something we're looking forward to. And speaking of the budget, as the budget stuff will be sent out this week, schedules will be starting to send out this week. I've already sent some out this morning. We'll be sending out a letter and all your request forms and everything this, next couple of weeks. Everything will be sent out. We'll set up days and then we'll be setting up our workshops for budget workshop as well. So I'm gonna try to get it where we can have as many people there. I know July is a busy month. July and August, many times are very busy with vacation and stuff. But I think there'll be enough budget workshops where everybody will be able to be there and be able to have one or two that they're there to be able to bring their agenda items to the court.
And Judge, we didn't do it this time, but we need to probably do like we did last year and do a workshop for Memorial Day.
Yes, yes.
So that's why I called you earlier. But that will be on that Monday. I spoke with Mr. King.
Yes.
The other day, and we
A
did
workshop or?
workshop so we can all be there.
Be there,
together, so. But it was on, I think we did it last year on Memorial Day itself.
What about the hospital thing? Do we need something in place for that gathering Friday?
Well, we could just post something. We
With
could
the
post.
current atmosphere?
Yeah, yes, we could, for sure. I mean, we could call it a celebration workshop with the Tyler County Hospital.
I also have a question. If I don't know if it's a proper question at this point, shoot me down if it is. But if that's not the correct wording, what do we do to fix the wording? Because I have two things I need to get done with two of these entities.
Hey, Mary, used your copies to do that.
But MOUs,
It used to be,
the MOUs can only be for storage.
Yeah.
Can't have any manpower or use it for storage of equipment and materials.
Yeah.
If you have any,
Contract.
any manpower or machinery, it has to be a contract.
So,
We have to follow FEMA
Regulation
regulations on your contract.
in your contracts.
Judge,
We can get Doug's, what he did on his
Lucas said he gonna,
He got something to write on.
yeah, he said he's gonna look at it.
okay.
Do we have any other matters staying in court? Any? All right. If none, I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Like motion to adjourn, second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed, second. Thank you very much.
We have anything else?
Do anything that is.
Yeah, we tabled out, 100 tabled out, big time.